Comma is a MF. And I say that for this reason. When I was in my young 30s, I purchased a townhouse in a pretty nice neighborhood. At that time, I had a brand new Acura TL. I was living the Viva La Rosa lifestyle. And when it came down to women, I wasn't taking anybody serious. I was on some, we can hang out for a day or two during the week, but I had a pretty good roster and or rotation. And this went on for a good while. And the only person that I cared about was my own personal happiness. But I ran into this young lady who happened to live in my neighborhood too. But it was something special about her. She had the longest, pretty straight hair. She almost looked like she was mixed with Cherokee or something like that. This chick was beautiful. So she invited me over. And when I came over, I walked into the house and I looked. The furniture she had almost looked like it was one of them model homes. It was like, wow. And then when I went upstairs, she was in there cooking. And she could cook her ass off. I'm sitting down, I'm eating the food, I'm looking at the furniture, I'm looking at her, and I'm thinking, yes, this is the one. And she told me, look, if we're gonna date, I need to be able to come past your house without calling. Remember now, this is the very first time I went past her house. But I was what? Starstruck, yes, because she was a cut above the rest. So I'm thinking to myself, oh, okay. And she talking about in a year or two, we need to be moving together and or planning a wedding. But again, as I'm eating the food, I'm looking at her, I'm looking around the house, I'm thinking, yes, we can do this. So me, man, I guess, boo-boo the fool, a couple years later, I sold my house. Yes, we got a spot together. And the relationship started out great. I'm talking about the romance was good. She was cooking real good food. I'm having a blast. Well, fast forward that thing a couple years. Then she started what? Coming home a little bit later than usual. And when I mean by later than usual, instead of coming home at 5, she popped in the house like about 9 or 10 o'clock. She telling me things like her friends was going through something. Now, in the back of my mind, I could clearly see that something wasn't right. But because I was what? Starstruck by how she looked. I was enjoying the food. I was enjoying the good romance. I was telling myself, okay, she's helping her friends out. Well, helping her friends out turned into be, a lot of help. Translation, I was hearing all kind of excuses and or stories why she was missing in action. But me, being the tough guy that I was what? I was believing it. Until one day, we were sitting in the movie theater. Somebody called her. But when they called her, she had the phone on speaker by mistake. And I heard a dude on the other line talking about he missed her and he loved her. I was crushed. I'm in there almost in tears, hurting. I'm thinking, no, this can't be happening to me. Well, I'm going back to how I originally started the story out. Comma is a MF. Because before I met her, I was doing what? Juggling chicks like I was at the circus, like circus balls. Yes, I was having a blast juggling chicks. And I never ever thought that I would be the one on the receiving side of the BS. And even though I heard this joker say, I miss you. I heard this joker say something about I love you. in the back of my mind, I just didn't want to believe it. So she told me some other, BS about he must have had a wrong number. Well, I wanted to believe it. But she continued to run the streets, run the streets, run the streets. And then I had to look in the mirror and I had to tell myself, dog, you taking an L here. You taking a hell of a L here. You know for a fact all these excuses, all these lies, all these missing actions, you know that was the same damn thing you was doing to people when you was in the streets. Yes. So, fast forward that thing. The relationship came to an end. We sold a house. The hard show about that was the housing market had crashed. So, basically, at the end of the day, no equity, no nothing, and I'm going back to my original statement. Karma is a motherfucker. If you do dirt to others, eventually the dirt is going to get on you.